Okay, I don't really know where to start, honestly, but I'm just gonna flow. I just want to start by saying, like, I'm choosing and have been choosing the courage to just be disliked. Whoa, I'm judging myself right now. It's very important for me right now to say this from my perspective and not be thinking of an audience on the other end. It's not my job in moments like these to be an audience. It's my job to just speak. I was not gonna do a video like this. It was gonna be very much, I've been saving up for a laptop and I'll be able to get it at the beginning of the month. And I was like, I'm gonna get my laptop and then I'm gonna post a certain video first, and that's gonna be like the first part of the series. And fuck that, to be very honest. It's very weird to say that. I think I'm just tired and done, honestly. Last year I had posted and I started posting, things in the spur of the moment. And then I got scared because it was vulnerable, and I started thinking about people seeing my videos, and I stopped being someone who feels something and who just wants to offer stuff. I stopped being a person who is comfortable, not even comfortable, but like called to just like be on the screen or on the whatever it is and be watched and be consumed and be all these things. I started thinking about the audience side of things, and to be fair, I'm actually very angry. It's very frustrating when you're kind of like putting yourself, it's frustrating, but it is what it is, because you're putting yourself out there and then you've got people trying to make you feel, a bit uncomfortable. Why are you on my page if you don't like me? Genuinely, like, if genuinely, like, I don't like Bobby, like, why are you clicking on a video that quite literally has Bobby? Like, why are you subscribed to me, and why are you sending my videos among, like, you're supposed to be family? When I was a baby and I would post videos and I would, sing and I would do all these things, it was so much easier because I didn't have a grasp of what an audience was. Like, to me, that was very like, like, I just knew, oh, I want to sing, or oh, I want to put a video talking or whatever. Like, I was shy. I was always shy, but I never felt unsafe, if that makes sense. And I had described it last year in a post that I had taken down, but then I put it back up because fuck it. That feeling of, you put something out and then certain family or whatever will, send each other the videos, and then one person will text you and say, no, we're just, just the way you're acting and da-da-da, as if I'm spreading on the fucking camera. It's so it's so fucking annoying. It's genuinely so annoying, like, I'm literally just here existing, like, literally. And I'm gonna talk about it more, I think, as time goes on. But I read The Courage to Be Disliked. And honestly, there have been certain things that have just like genuinely actually changed me. And I think this book is one of them. The same way Demi Lovato, or watching Wicked, or Mariah Carey, or watching Homecoming, or watching Mulan, or watching The Little Mermaid, or watching The Princess and the Pauper, like, will like change your life, like, genuinely. I think this was one of the books for me. The beginning of the year, I was so frustrated. I was feeling so purposeless. And it's like, what am I feeling purposeless about when I know what I want to do? And then I got into the stage of like anger, where I was just angry. I was like, why am I so angry? Like, I'm so angry. And then after that, I was just so sad. And then I was but the whole time I'm like, my music, one day I'm gonna put it out, and then at some point I'm like, oh my God, no, I just don't feel safe doing it here. I'm gonna do it in another place. I'm gonna to a point where I was just tired. I was just so tired, and I was like, what happened to that thing that you said last year that you were just gonna do, just doing things in the moment? And I was like, no, they were genuinely valid reasons insofar as them making sense, but they were just not pushing, rolling the ball forward at all. That's all that's important to me. And I've now come to accept the fact that genuinely it's not my job or my responsibility or my life task to think about or manage the fact that me showing up as me is going to anger or sadden or bother, I'm looking at the camera in case someone's coming, or bother some of the people around me who I do care about, but honestly, it's now kind of giving. At the end of the day, when I'm dying, I'm not going to be thinking about any of that shit and being like, oh, at least I didn't make them mad and blah, blah, blah. Girl, what? What? No, genuinely, like, what the hell? I'm just going to be thinking, damn, I didn't show up authentically. Damn, I didn't put out music. Damn, it's such a blessing for me to be able to even post a snippet of something and for people to actually give a shit and ask. And it's a sign that I've found, not my whole community. I think obviously it's a journey. It's I'm on a ship and I'm kind of just, following my northern star. And along the way, people are going to be like, yo, can you wait for us? Let's hop on the ship. What's happening here? And they'll be curious, and that's how, the community and love will grow and grow. And that's what I care about, truly. For so long, I've cared way too much about managing an audience or managing an audience, honestly. That's not my job. The same way I'm an audience to someone else when they're putting out a movie or a song or I'm watching a YouTube video, I'm an audience and that's all I am. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was doing it in two ways. At first I was like, oh, okay, I don't want to make people mad or whatever. I don't want to get these messages of people being like, oh, why are you doing this? Da, 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 da. Let me just tone it down. And then it got to a point where even my personal style, everything had to be presented in a way that avoided any kind of conflict. But then you slowly realize, who the hell am I? No, truly. It just gave poser vibes. I was just like, what the hell is actually happening? And I only realized that at the point when I was like, wait, I haven't put out anything in so long. I haven't been making anything. I don't sing anymore. I only sing when when I take a walk and I'm outside, or on days like this when I'm at one of my jobs and a customer is not there and I'm the only one at work today and I feel so good. That's when I was even able to put out, when I sang the cover of Couldn't Be Happier and stuff, I'm able to just I think it's actually a crime. I think it's a crime to overstep your role. When it's time to offer, I think it's fine to be the person who's offering. It's fine to be, the alchemist. It's fine to be the creator. It's fine to be the performer. It's fine to be that, but playing both roles at the same time is overstepping what I'm supposed to be doing. Again, I'm an audience when it's time for me to be the audience and it's time to watch someone else do what they're doing. When it's time for me to do what I'm doing, it's time for me to do what I'm doing and for it to just come and for me to just do it. Honestly, who the hell do I think I am to even getting in the way of what wants to be there? A vision is there for a reason, and then I'm getting in the way of that vision. I'm getting in the way of what my soul wants. I'm getting in the way of what I want and saying no. I can't do that anymore, honestly. And I know it won't be this thing that's all at once. I still have fears. I still am, scared about a lot, genuinely. I like overthink. I'm like, oh no, if I do this, then someone's gonna do this. Like, I'm so scared, but more and more I'm just having the courage to, and this is a sign of it. This video is a sign of it. I'm just ready to be in a position where I can just be me and actually find people who like me and who love me just like that. And for us to find each other and love each other, and for me to offer what I can offer. And I'm more interested in things that align naturally. I'm not looking to perform a version of myself or what I think people like or what's not going to bring conflict, or it's just not my job to do that, honestly. And life could end at any moment, and I know for a fact I would regret. Oh, maybe next year, genuinely in May. Oh, genuinely no, in June. No, this month is because I don't in my laptop. I'm waiting for it. But I think that just reinforces this sense of, oh, when it's perfect, or when it's a certain thing, when it's a certain way, and how do I find a natural, authentic love where I can just show up if I'm refusing to just show up? Like, why am I waiting? Like, I wouldn't have shot this right now because there's so many things that I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh my God, I'm at work, first of all. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even, like right now I'm undoing my locks. I want to wait until I'm done undoing my locks. But I'm just here right now, and there's people who love that. I love that. The fact that I'm just showing up. And I think it's also shown at one of my other jobs where I'm like tutoring. I think the way I set up my profile was very specific, like truly, okay, customers are coming right now. I need to go and serve them. I'll be back. Bobby. Okay, I'm back. I think at some point actually I was talking about my hair, and then I just like forgot I was talking about my hair. But I was saying, yeah, some are locks and some are twists, because I'm undoing my locks and I'm putting them in twists. But yeah, tutoring. I was like, I set up my profile in such a way where the people I genuinely. Okay, no, now I'm back again. My iPad is running out of space. So yeah, I was talking about the fact that with tutoring, the people I tutor right now, we just like each other. Like, it's just natural. Not because we have the same viewpoints or values or morals or beliefs or whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter. Or we just like each other. We just like each other. We just do. And it's like, that's what's more important to me right now in this phase of my life right now. I don't know if that's the answer for eternity, but truly right now I'm just in a phase where, like, this sticker, I need to, yeah, it's fuck. It's very important for me to be in situations where there's just mutual love and mutual admiration and mutual everything. Honestly, like, I'm done with like conditional things and muting, toning down, or changing or adjusting, or tips and tricks to like shut up. Like, I genuinely am tired. Like, my body's tired. Like, it just can't anymore. It's so far removed from who I just naturally am, and overthinking is no longer this cute. I mean, it was never cute, but you know what I mean? Like, in the sense of, it used to be a way to explain my life. It's like, no, because I just overthink. No, because I'm scared and I'm or whatever. I'm anxious. But now it's just like, you're actually like the bane of my existence. Like, me choosing, because I read The Courage to Be Disliked, and that book has changed my life. It was me choosing to just keep that overthinking there, because it's a great way to explain so many things I'm not doing. So many things I'm not having the courage to do. It's constantly, no, I'm anxious, so, putting out that song. No, because I'm anxious because, But it's like, I don't have the courage to be judged. It's not my job to determine what people are gonna say, or what people are not gonna say, or what they're gonna do with it. Like, It's my job to be a performer, and just to perform and to put out things and to offer things. It's my job to carry out the visions that I'm receiving. I'm blessed enough to be receiving these visions. I'm blessed enough to just be able to sleep and wake up and have a song, to be able to close my eyes and imagine, and something is there. I'm constantly like being like, no, I don't want that. I don't, no, not now. Like it literally gets to a point where I will have a song idea and I'm like, no, I don't want to have it now. Simply because I'm surrounded by people or I'm at home and it's like, oh no, I'm not gonna sing it now anyway. So don't come to me now, like come to me later, like not now. I want all my ideas to come to me on like a Sunday like this when I'm at work by myself and I get to like, execute on them on GarageBand or my iPad or whatever. I'm just tired of all of that because my version of living, my version of actual life that actually makes me really, really happy is just creating, offering, play, like it's fun, it's natural, it's perfect, like music is perfect. Music is so perfect to me, it's perfect. To sing, to dance, to write, to perform, that shit's perfect, like it's so perfect. And it's so natural, it's so, like I naturally like it likes me back. We just do it, man. It's just like we get into it. But I can't lie and say community and love hasn't been important to me. It's very important to me because clearly I've been sacrificing one thing in order to get the other. But then I think I realized at some point, wait, okay, I've kind of sacrificed this thing to keep things peaceful and everything, but more is just being demanded of you. It's like, no, but the way you act, no, but the way you hold that fork, like the way you're holding that fork just bothers me. These are real sentences, by the way. It really bothers me that we walk into a store and people are calling you pretty. What am I supposed to do? No, genuinely, please tell me, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not walking around asking for any compliments. I'm not walking around asking for anything. I'm genuinely just existing. And my style, I was talking about, even the clothes I buy, I'm always considering, oh, but it's a bit, I like wearing durags more than caps. I love caps, but even now caps, I'm forming this weird relationship with them to a point where like I resent them a little bit because I know I'm just wearing them because they're the most like more acceptable accessory I can wear. I stopped wearing jewelry. I have jewelry in my pocket because I was gonna wear it for the video because I was like, that's what I want to do. I forgot about it. I just turned this on. I've stopped doing anything because I'm trying to satisfy someone. And you know what? At the end of the day, those very people I'm trying to do that to will say, but was anyone holding you hostage? You could have just done what you want. So why can't, it's like, fuck. Like you truly can't win unless you're doing whatever the fuck you want, truly. Like I'm swearing on camera, that's crazy. I don't know if that's actually me. No, fuck it. It means I want to do it in this moment. I was gonna go on a whole, oh, it's actually me. Am I someone who swears? I don't know. Right now I know that that's just how I'm expressing myself, It may not be. Why am I going to why am I imagining future scenarios? I'm doing it because I'm imagining an audience going, oh no, if he swears all the time, then I can't tune in. Oh no, if it's just for now, it's fine. But I don't know. All I know is this moment. Let's stay here, Bobby. I'm just tired of pretending. I'm thinking about Elphaba saying, if that's love, then I guess it comes at too high of a cost. And the gag is, I've been told to my face that, yeah, love is supposed to be conditional and all this other shit. Whatever, I really don't care about like philosophies and like phrases, honestly. All I care about is what I'm feeling right now and what I want and what I actually want for my life. I don't want any more of this performing. I barely know who I am anymore. So for me to even try to show up as something is always just inauthentic, truly. I barely know what is authentic anymore, what that even means. And it's time for me to just trust that instinct wherever the fuck it leads me, truly. I just want to put out stuff and I want to unpeel the layers. Truly, I feel like it doesn't feel like, oh, this metamorphosis. It doesn't feel like, oh my god, a butterfly is coming out of I was once a caterpillar. No, it feels like I was once a butterfly and I cut off my wings and I said, no guys, I'm not a butterfly. And now I'm like, bitch, where did I put my wings? I want to stitch them back on. I want to figure out who I actually am, what I actually like. I don't want to tie myself down either. I don't. Oh my god, I'm like this. I just actually want to be who I am in one moment. I'm not a good person. I don't want to be, oh my god, no, look, he's such a good boy. Like, fuck that. Like, truly, like, what does that mean? Like, truly, I was never a good person. I don't think people pleasing and trying to keep the peace is being a good person. I don't think it is. It's not actually altruistic. I wasn't actually thinking, oh my god, how can I contribute to people's lives? I was just thinking, how can I not be judged? How can I avoid conflict? How can I keep smiling in my face? But that's not me thinking about someone's actual needs. If it's your need to want someone else to act a certain way, oh my god, you need to get a grip. Truly. No. Altruism is what people do when they're freaking contributing to children in certain areas and water and education and whatever. That's altruism. That's what I've been doing at all. No, it has not been what I've been doing. I've been thinking, how can I manage people's perception of me so that I'm not judged? And that's purely and that's why things are the way they are now, where I look around and I'm like, fuck. And I feel so much resentment, and I don't want to feel resentment. I don't want to. I want to actually build something I actually care about. I want to have people I love and who love me back, who just like me because I'm just me, and who I like because they're just them. And whatever kind of relationship we have, whether it's very direct and very close or blah, 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 like I don't give a shit. Like, I want to have a community, because I can't lie to myself and say love and community is not important to me. It is. It is. And when I go on the flip end and like deny it and say, fuck all of this, I feel as empty as I do when I'm overcompensating and tweaking myself so that people can like me. It's very important for me to just do this, and I'm just done caring about arbitrary things that I actually don't care about, except those two things I mentioned. Truly, if anything, me being authentically me is what's gonna help other people in whatever way it does, whether it's, I don't know, like, it's genuinely none of my business. None of my business. I don't know. Like, all I know, I don't know anything actually. All I know, I want to show up as me. That's all I know. I want to show up as me in every moment. Truly, that's all I know. If I ever switch it up and want to play a character or whatever, then that's that. But right now in this moment, all I know is that's what I want to do. I want to actually just show up as me. What it does, I hope it will be good. What does good even mean? It just meant to do what it's meant to do. Oh, if I was brought here on this earth to be divisive and so that people can just project onto me and everyone just hates me, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I doubt. Why? Because the few times I have been me fully, and I understand people will say like, oh no, you show up as different things in different places. Da, 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 da. Okay. Truly, probably at some point I will know myself enough to be able to compartmentalize. Right now I just can't. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired. My cousin said to me, oh my god, like, I realized that I don't really know you. And I was like, huh? He was like, if I were to describe you, I describe you as like a chameleon. He says, like, when a certain person walks in a room, you truly like morph to kind of like match the vibe. And he was like, it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good. But yeah, I just don't really know you. And I was like, oh, right now I'm just tired of like that aspect of it, of the performance and everything right now. I don't know anything about social interactions. I don't know anything about what's a good way to show up, what's a bad way to show up. I don't know how I will achieve some of the things I dream of achieving. I don't know what I even want to achieve. All I know is I have visions. I have visions that come to me, and they come out when I write, and they come out when I sing, and they come out when I perform. Sometimes it's a vision of a place I want to get to, and something slammed. And it's something I want to get to, and I just follow that. That's all I did as a kid. That's all I knew to do as a kid. I literally just used to go and perform because I wanted to. Prize giving, yeah, I want to perform. I just wanted to. Like when I didn't want to, I just wouldn't. When I didn't have something, I just wouldn't. But I would always just go, and it was never about, oh my God, what are people gonna react like? Like Jenny, I would be so gagged. When people would clap, I'd be like, oh. When people would clap at a certain little note I did, I'd be like, oh. Like I didn't know. Like I didn't know that that's what people liked or whatever. I just knew what I liked. I knew what I wanted to do, and that's just what I do. I was singing Black Widow, and she came and she asked me, how do you hold your breath for so long? And I was like, I don't know. Because I didn't. Like I genuinely didn't. I think not knowing was so much better for me, honestly. And I'm not saying it has to be one way or the other, or like truly just be like, girl, whatever. But I'm just realizing that sometimes you read all these books, watch all these videos, marketing and all of that. There's so much I have to say, but in this moment I don't want to say anymore. So if I don't want to say anymore, I can just keep quiet. This is gonna be episode 1 of my Becoming series. It was gonna be when I got my laptop, and it was like, the vibe, the exact vibe I wanted, but the most authentic thing is this. Like, this is what happens in my life. And I can't wait to write about it. I've already written about most of it, I can't lie. I can't wait to just put it out. I'm just gonna mix and produce and do everything by myself, honestly. If I find people who align, obviously, like, girl, I'm not on some anti-collaboration thing. I'm more invested in people who actually like me and I actually like them, and we just love each other. Like we actually just want to be around each other. But for now, I'm just gonna do everything by myself, and we'll see from there. Like, I'm just gonna trust my instincts, honestly, and just trust the vibe. I'm on a journey, and I'm just walking. If I meet someone along the way, I do. If I don't, I don't. Like, yeah, I'll explain all of this and all of like what's happening with my hair and everything as time goes. But for now, this is what I want to put out. I'll probably put out another video before my laptop comes and then I start recording and stuff. But yeah, for now, who am I speaking to? I'm speaking to me. I'm speaking to myself. This is what I want. I just want to do this. Like, this is a video I want to do right now. Like, it just feels strongly like, yeah. So yeah. But like, why are you here if you don't like me? Like, what the fuck? But anyway, girl. But anyway, I made my Instagram private. I'll talk about that. Yeah, for now, yeah, that's all I want to say. Yeah.